Did you know listening to music is the only thing that uses every single area of your brain? Not taking a test, not working out, not even recalling your fondest childhood memory. Today, I am here to inform my COM 110 classmates about the positive effects music has on your brain. I will be discussing how music improves memory, improves cognitive function, and boosts your mental health. On to my first point, how music improves your memory. According to an article on Harvard Health Publishing by Dr. Anne Fabini, written back in 2015, it's titled Music Can Boost Memory and Mood. She wrote an article on Dan Cohen, who is a social worker. He works with um, dementia patients. There was a whole movie, it's called Alive Inside, that was filmed about his work. And basically, what he did was he worked with these patients to create playlists of their favorite songs from their past. Um, and some of those patients who even were so far gone that they couldn't speak were able to sing because music retrieves stored memories, but it is also allowed to make new memories. The ones who also listened to the music scored better on memory tests, and stroke patients who, again, could not speak um, because of it affects, I believe, the left side of your brain. The right side of your brain is what processes music and is allowing you to sing. So they are able to sing before they can even speak. So that is my first point on how the brain is positively affected by music by improving the memory. My second point is how it improves cognitive function. So music training, people who have been trained musically tend to have improved attention, reasoning, and speed of processing. This is um, that's from an article on cognitive vitality written by Betsy Mills on March 5th, 2019. Another good point from an article on Scientific American by Cindy May is if you're a person who does not seek external stimulation, then you would benefit from listening to a mildly complex instrumental song. So, not something overly complex with lots of lyrics, but people who are not easily overstimulated benefited from listening to music when they were testing or working on. One of the tests that they did was having them find a letter A, and then they also had to start memorizing lists and recall those lists at a later time. So that was my second point of how music improves cognitive functions of the brain. Now, on to my final point, how this improves mental health. This will be my final point, and also probably the one that I believe it helps the most. According to an article on Pegasus, which is called Your Brain on Music by Sagaya and Yanitani, I believe is how you pronounce his name. They're a couple of psychologists. Um, their whole setup was very cool. It's a very interactive source. So you can click on multiple areas of the brain. I just chose a couple of the areas of what support um, my statements here of how it helps mental health. But it activates, I guess would be the word, the nucleus accumbens or accumbens. That is the part of your brain that seeks pleasure and reward. So it is often spoken of when you are speaking about addiction. Um, Music acts to increase dopamine, which is actually similar to like somebody being addicted to cocaine. However, obviously, music is much healthier. Another area of the brain that it affects that also affects mental health is the amygdala, which processes and triggers emotions. So based on what type of music you're listening to, obviously it can trigger different emotions in you. And according to AARP, the old folks, um, you know, the old folks thing, there's an article entitled Music Can Be a Great Mood Booster by Sarah Elizabeth Adler that was posted back in 2020, saying that music releases brain chemicals such as dopamine, as I've stated before, oxytocin, which is also known as the love hormone, and it also lowers cortisol, which is the stress hormone. Another way that music helps your mental health is through music therapy. That's become more common. I have a couple of friends who are music therapists. Um, there is an article on NAMI, which is the National Association of Mental Illness, written by Molly Warren in 2016, saying that music is a way to process trauma, grief, but can also regulate anxieties and help you relieve stress. So I have just discussed 3 main points on how music positively impacts the brain by improving memory, increasing cognitive functions, and boosting mental health. So next time you are looking to exercise your brain, don't open a book or study statistics, just turn up your radio.